What's going on, everybody? This Afro think tank. Julius Malema of the EFF Party of South Africa makes a fiery speech fighting against xenophobia that he's seeing in his country. I just want you guys to pay attention. Don't you find it suspicious that we go from the xenophobia hypersphere of FBA, right? And after that starts to die down, right? Because we beating it back. Then all of a sudden it slides over to the xenophobic sphere in South Africa. Y'all don't find that suspicious? How all of a sudden these people are being mobilized to sow division amongst African people. You don't think it's suspicious? You don't think it's suspicious that the two most pan-African, militant pan-African groups of people, South Africans and African Americans, and I'm not saying other groups are not they pan-African Ghana, they pan-African in Nigeria, even though y'all don't know that, because they definitely don't want you to know that, but they are. Even though they got their elements in Nigeria with the Belfron people, right? That's their thing. So in Nigeria, you got the Belfron people who seek Belfron. They have legitimate criticisms and legitimate gripes and legitimate points, but they're being weaponized against the greater unification of Nigeria, right? The problems that they have is being weaponized, right? Now, so in Nigeria, you got the Belfron, right? That's what white people, because white people, that war, the Belfron War, yeah, that was sponsored and coursed by white people, by the way. Just in case y'all didn't know that civil war that happened in Nigeria, all right, a few decades back, was sponsored, pushed, aggravated, and sponsored by white people to stop Nigeria from being where they're on their way to be now, right? In South Africa, right? The other place where black people have a long relationship, a long, close, tumultuous relationship with white people, right? Built, all that infrastructure was still built by black people, by the way. It's in Africa. It's white colonial infrastructure, but still built by black people, by the way, just so you know, right? But, you know, South Africa, who have a large pro-black, pro-pan-African, pro-get my motherfucking land back movement going on in South Africa, where the white people are running scared, right? The Dutch, the Boers, right? They're losing their colony. South Africa is going to be probably the first, let me think, South Africa might be the first European colony to completely be destroyed. Like far as their control and their running the thing. Like there's going to be a point in time where there's going to be no white people in South Africa. They're going to have to flee at some point. It's coming, right? So the white superiors, the global white supremacists are fighting, right? And they're deploying all of their propaganda, all of the mis and diseducated people that they have, that they can convince that it's not the white people who came, stole all the land, all the resources, and are still now currently benefiting from 80% of what South Africa has to offer, right? On all that stuff, they want to make sure that the greater number of South Africans are not aware or don't put the pieces together that the problem is not the other Africans, it's those white people, right? And the EFF, Economic Freedom Fighters, is the political party that's bringing that to the forefront. And they're afraid because when the Economic Freedom Fighters finally take over, when they finally get ahead of state, when they finally put an EFF person in the presidency, it's over for those white folks in South Africa. Listen. When an EFF person becomes the president of South Africa, it's over for the board. That's it. And they know it. So they got to do everything they can. So they got to deploy those uneducated South Africans to go out there and say, oh, it's everybody else but those people over there. Same with FBA. It's everybody else but those people over there, right? They use the weak link people amongst our community to fight against us more intelligent, awakened, enlightened individuals, right? And don't ever forget that. Anywhere you see extreme, unreasonable xenophobia within the black world, just know that place is probably hiding the most pro-black, pan-African group of people, and you need to look behind the veil of the xenophobia to see what's really going on. Anyway, you guys tell me what you think in the comment section. It's Afro Think Tank, learn something, teach something. I'm out.
They are scared of white people. Look at them. When they speak to a white person, they are very respectful. they show manners. When they speak to a black person, they are violent. But let's ask a question. After you marched and say you don't want Zimbabweans, you don't want Nigerians, you don't want Ghanaians, you close shops, you march, why are you not coming back to tell us the following day that after that march, we expelled 10 Zimbabweans, and out of those 10 Zimbabweans, we're able to give 10 South Africans jobs? There is no such a report. Why? Because now kaba kuba ma Zimbabwe, hauna misebetsi, batho bale ba ma Zimbabwe, ba etsa mesebetsi e lona le sabatleng o etsa because those are slaves' jobs. They don't pay anything. You want proper jobs. You want a job with a pay slip, with an appointment letter, with pension, with medical aid, and you deserve it. But why are we fighting each other? It is the same people who made us fight each other during apartheid, black on black violence. They sponsored it. The same provinces where blacks were killing blacks during apartheid, sponsored by apartheid government, is the same provinces where blacks are beating blacks today. The script is the same. The writer of the script is the same. After removing a black child from school, when the black children were removed from school with bullets in 1976, when our parents were removed from school because they did not have school fees, I must play that role. Me, I will never do it. I'm not going to take a pregnant woman out of a clinic because she's not South African. She gives birth of an African child at the gate, and that child dies. And you want me to do that and be proud and look at my children and say, I'm a proud father after I stopped life, after I killed someone? I will not do that. I did not join politics to be voted for. I was too young when I joined politics. These positions that I have came as a result of my participation. I am not in politics to be elected. I'm in politics to articulate a position of African people who have been oppressed for too long. We are not saying any Zimbabwean, Nigerian, Ghanaian must bring crime here. The same way no South African must bring crime here. Anyone who brings drugs, South African or Nigerian, must be dealt with according to the laws of South Africa. Not mob justice. Let's deal with illegal immigration through the laws of this country. The Minister of Home Affairs is a DA minister, but they never match to the Minister of Home Affairs, who is responsible for illegal immigrants. Why? They are scared of white people. Look at them. When they speak to a white person, they are very respectful. They show manners. When they speak to a black person, they are violent. When is that march going to Cape Town? Because a lot of illegal immigrants, white immigrants, are in Cape Town. Let's see them going to Cape Town and asking whites to produce their IDs. The same way here in Northwest, a lot of whites say they own land. If you ask them to produce a title deed, they don't have. They gave each other the land early 90s when they saw that democracy was coming. So many white people are here in South Africa, illegal labor. They must be treated the same way we treat others. But now they are even worse. They've got our land. How na le fast? Narulo economic freedom. O shapale Zimbabwe, liatamaya, you remain landless. How na le Zimbabwe le na le fast? Le fast le kamara matso amakhuwa. How na le Zimbabwe le na le factory, le nang le mine, le nang le bank. You are fighting over useless things. They are distracting you so that you focus on each other while they are stealing our minerals, while they are stealing our land. Vukataki. This is the time you must be more awake.
The texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such an extent that you bleach? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Before you come asking Mr. Muhammad, does he teach hate, you should ask yourself, who taught you to hate being what God gave you?
Free Sudan, boycott diamonds and gold. Free Sudan, boycott diamonds and gold. We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan.
Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's pan-Africanism or nothing.